Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Tabasa here with another video, and today I thought I'd just talk about my week, what's been going on, what my favorite music has been, and everything else that's been going on. So, to start off today, not today, let's start at Monday, right? Monday was actually pretty hype. Tyler, the creator, released a new album called Don't Tap the Glass, and it's a banger. Definitely it's great if you want to like work out or just jam out, and I really enjoy it. And on Monday I was given a project to work on this report, to which that was basically the rest of my work week was working on that report. I'm not done with it, but I am very confident that I finished like my first draft. So work wise, really boring week. Today, though, I hung out with my homies. We watched Happy Gilmore 2. Amazing. Well, it was a pretty mid movie. There was a lot of celebrities. I wasn't, uh, I wasn't expecting anything going into it, and I think that helped make it a little bit better than I thought it was, because it was an alright movie. Nothing really to write home about. They did a bunch of flashbacks to the old movie, and they're like, oh, nostalgia bait, but the other thing is, today I have copped Peak Volume 2. Now, what do I mean by Peak? I mean that I've garnered myself the second volume of Steel Ball Run. And no, I have not read it yet, but I'm going to, eventually. I say eventually because although I want to read it tomorrow when I wake up, I also have plans to go and cut fabric at my grandmother's house, and I'm thinking I might make that an ASMR video because she's not going to be there, so I have the entire place to myself. So I'm just going to hook up my cameras and whatnot and maybe record an ASMR video or stream it. I might stream it live and then upload it as an ASMR video. But Peak is out, and I cannot wait to get to it. Now, I've already read part 7 online, but I'm so glad to have the physical copy of it. And this copy that I got was really nice. And the reason why I say that is because the one that I got for volume 1, turns out I was showing it to my brother, and I realized at the very corner here, there's like a tear. Now, I haven't received anything like this prior, like any of my other manga that's sitting literally on this shelf here. So I'm a little disappointed, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if this came from something while moving, or if it was from me like opening the book and the stress caused it to just tear there. But to me, it kind of added salt onto the wound, because if I can find the frame here, and I bet I can because I always try and find it to show people the absolute masterclass that Araki does. The infamous panel of Gyro Zappelli showing up. You might not be able to see it, but right here, there's an orange speck on his torso. And it bothers me, because that is the literally opening shot in what you might argue is one of the best panels in this entire volume. So I'm a little disappointed on the product or handling of how this book got into my hands. I would not think it's SJ Viz, whoever produces these. I wouldn't think it's them. I do think it's that shipping, because every other version of manga that I've gotten has been freaking awesome. But this one, I don't know why. This must be a defect or something, because even at the end, you might be able to tell if I hold it up here. There's some defects they were like bending in the pages, and I don't know why. And it was very sad, but it gives it like character, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm just kind of sad at the quality that I received this in. But on a little bit of a more sad note, for those of you who don't know, this week has been very terrible. We've had two like major deaths. We've had Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan die, and I just think that's kind of crazy. Now, I haven't listened to a lot of Black Sabbath or anything that Ozzy Osbourne is a part of, but I have listened to a couple of songs by Black Sabbath, I believe, as I was, checking my stand repertoire references from JoJo. And Hulk Hogan, I haven't watched WWE, but I know he always talks about like, hey brother, or something like that. So I'm very sad to see him go as well. And I hope both of them, and their families are finding peace. On a more, I guess, melancholy note, or maybe it's more of a self thing, but I don't know what it is lately, but I've had this roller coaster of, I guess, emotions. I don't know how to describe it, but part of it could probably be due to me being sick. For some reason, last night I had a stomach bug and felt really weak and achy, and I went to sleep. I woke up at like 5 a.m, went back to sleep, and now I feel 95% there. My stomach still aches a little bit, and I don't know why. It might be some sort of stomach bug that just hasn't fully gone through my body yet, but it just felt sucky. But what I will say is, when I was going to sleep, I was listening to a new artist that I came across because of Charles Cornell, I believe is his name. He's a big YouTuber, musician guy on the internet. And he had introduced his audience, which included me, to a person called Nick Drake, who made a couple of albums and unfortunately had game ended himself. And his song Riverman is really beautiful, and it is a song that I was like, that when I heard it, I'm like, man, I would actually really like to learn guitar to play this song. So I'm thinking about maybe getting a guitar sometime soon. I would need lessons too, but luckily I think where I'm moving to this upcoming fall, there is a music store literally like a block away from me, so that's going to be awesome. But yeah, my week's been a bit of a whirlwind, I suppose. Lifting's been going well. Yesterday kind of sucked because I was starting to feel weak, and I was like, why am I, not lifting what I feel like I should be? But it's always good to remember to get a good amount of sleep, get some rest. Like, it's not every day that you're going to be able to or not every week that you're going to be able to always improve. Sometimes you need to stay stagnant in order for your muscles to regain themselves. At least that's how I feel about it. I could be completely false in that. But what can I do besides listen to Dr. Mike on hypertrophy and whatnot? Great guy. Very funny. With that being said, I think that's going to be it for the video. I'm probably going to live stream my cloth cutting, because what I'll be doing tomorrow is cutting cloth for these t-shirts that I'm making. And so I might get everything set up at my grandma's house and then make a live stream of it up on YouTube. Or Twitch. I think Twitch would be a little bit more interesting, I suppose. And I know how to work Twitch to upload it onto YouTube. So, who knows? Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.